So we'll start by going to the website URL, that is virtualbox.org. org. So I'll be adding the link in the resources, and what you have to do is you have to download the latest version of VirtualBox. So right now, while recording the video, the latest version is 5.1. And what is VirtualBox? VirtualBox is a powerful x86, that is 32-bit and 64-bit virtualization platform. So as I told you, you can just create computers inside computers. So first you head over to download section, and there are tons of operating system supported, like almost all of them. Like you can install Windows, VirtualBox on Windows, and install OS X or on Linux, and you can install VirtualBox on OS X and install Windows if you want. So there are tons of platforms supported, and what I'll do is I'll just head over to VirtualBox and save the file, download the file. So you have to click on Windows host if you have a Windows system. So obviously we have a Windows system, that's why we are installing OS X on it. And if all the previous methods failed, then this method will definitely work. So once the download is completed, you have to open it. The package will be of 100 or 120 MB, and depending on your internet speed, you can download it and you will be good to go. So the next thing is to click on next and accept the terms and condition. It's the traditional Windows installer. You have to make sure that everything is selected over here. You can add packages or remove them, but right now we need all the packages, and this is the install location where the VirtualBox is going to be installed. And in C drive programs we have it, and these options are for personal choice. So if you want to create a start menu entry, you can check them. If you want to shortcut on desktop, you can check this. Quick bar is the bar below where the start menu is there, and this is register file association. So this will basically allow you to keep all the VirtualBox files safe, because most of the times there are tons of files created by virtual systems or while virtualization, and if some of them are deleted, you might face some errors. So now it will ask you to accept user access control. So because we are using administrative rights to install it, I'll just click on yes, and it will start installing. So installation is pretty simple. You just have to click on next, and you will be done. And the next part is actually little bit hard, not that hard, but somewhat hard, I would say, because in the next part we might have to edit few files like we did in VMware, and then we will be ready to install OS X on VirtualBox. So the installation is done, almost done. You just have to click on install to allow Oracle or VMware or VirtualBox to actually access USB, that is Universal Serial Bus. So I'll just click on install. So it will allow us to access the internet and everything inside the machine. So you have to create a bridge network, and then you will be good to go. But right now I won't focus on this because I have a separate virtualization course available on my Udemy platform instructor account. You can just search for virtualization, OneLit virtualization, and you can buy the course if you want. So right now I'll just click on start VM VirtualBox 5.1.12. now the version will be different in your case, so depending on your requirements or on your time, you should download the latest version. Now the next thing is to click on new and then go with the new device. So in my next video we'll create a device and install OS X on VirtualBox. For now, you just need to know that this is the button that you have to click to create a device.